Hi everyone, it's Jean from Inky Owl Studio. It has been a long time since I've connected with you. I just want to do a quick video today just to kind of give you a catch up on what's been happening in my life and what I'm going to be doing here in the immediate future. Um, I think in my last video, which was quite a while ago, I had explained I'd had surgery, and um, so, this is what I do when I have things like this. I do things too soon, too fast, too much. And so I had a little bit of a back set with it. And, my older sister gave me a nice, loving, and firm conversation that I needed to rest and let my body heal, and she was right. So that's what I've been up to, actually. And I have noticed that, a lot of things, it's like two step forwards, one step backwards. So that's where I've been, just trying to rest. And so I apologize to those who have recently subscribed and kind of wondered, where did I go? Did I drop off the face of the earth? And I hope to eventually get back to my 2 to 3 videos a week. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be, but I am going to make a valiant effort to do that. And so I have a new setup, and it's a little different. I have to sit down now to do my videos. So I hope the lighting isn't too distracting. I have to work on this probably and see what I can do to improve it. I just wanted to also say that I am really finished with the Immigrant Story Journal. I'm really excited about showing you it. It was so much fun, and it really turned out very nice. And I will be doing a flip through on that probably Thursday, Friday, and such. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about printing on fabric. I saw Wendy at Wendy's journal journey do some stuff on printing on fabric, and it just got me thinking that here's something I haven't done for a while, and I just wanted to do it again. And so I'll just show you my process, and she has a different one, and there's different ways of doing this, absolutely, and there's no one right way, but you may find this helpful. I had trouble printing on fabric with the freezer paper, which is a real common way to do it, is to iron fabric on the freezer paper. But when I did that, my printer kind of bunched it up a little bit, and there was like streaks of ink in it. So that didn't work so well for me. And then I tried something different that really has done really good for me. And so I'm going to show you what I do. Is I get sticker paper. Now I have I print out shipping labels for my shop, and so I have stickers. They're divided in two. There's like 2 on a sheet, but full sheet sticker paper would probably be the best, but I still can do it this way. And I just overlapped the 2 labels together here. And this is the second time I'm using the sheet. I've already printed it once. I know this is one of the ones that came out from that one. So I've already printed it once, and this is the second time I'm using this process. So I saved the backing for the sticker sheets after I pulled the sticker off. And I just basically now I'm using muslin. I like to use 100% cotton fabric, and this is unbleached muslin, so there's already, a natural tone to it. They do make bleached muslin, which is like white, but a white fabric or a white cotton fabric would be great. Now, I don't know, I've never used the polyester, and that might be just fine. I have never used it. So just put this on like so. Now when you get into the into here, you really want to make sure that all the bubbles are out. And I used my hand, but you can also use like a key card, old credit card or something, or anything that's kind of flat, just to get it out. And this particular muslin, when I purchased it, it has sort of a finish on it, kind of like as if it were starched. So this kind of goes on very easy, but sometimes you might have a piece of fabric that's, you know, a little wrinkly or whatever, and even after iron it, there might be some give to it, you know. So just make sure that you go through and have it all set out. And now, because the sticker paper is on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, it's already the size that, you know, my printer is going to accept. And so I just go around. But I have found a lot of success with this. That, you know, the paper is totally adhered to your fabric. So I have found that to be very successful. Now, I think Wendy also used spray, a glue spray, fabric glue spray on the back of it. I'm sure that works just fine. I just have a little concern probably about sewing on it. It's probably fine to sew on. Don't really know. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this in the printer, and we will be right back. Alrighty, so here are the printed florals on top of the fabric. They turned out really lovely, aren't they? Of course, if you print on a whiter fabric or a lighter colored, there probably will be even more vibrancy in the printout, but I'm kind of going for the vintage look, so this is okie dokie for me. I like how that turned out, and I just basically peel it off after it's all done. There we go, like so. And then I'm going to save this again on the sticker sheet that it came from, because this is the second time I've used it, and I think I bet I can get 2 more times out of this. There's sufficient stick in there. So once I've got this finished, then I cut out the little designs, and I leave a little border, just a little muslin border on it. Now this is ephemera that when you print it out is going to have a background on it. Now if you get some of these images without a background, then you won't have this yellow or this background part of it on there. But I like printing it with that background because it kind of gives you a sense of where to cut, and kind of cut it evenly that way. So I've cut those out there, and I guess if you belong to the Graphics Fairy premium site, you can have access to these prints without a background on it, which you may want sometime. You know, just saying that is available there. And so once I get them cut out, I now mount them. Now you can iron them just as they are and use them for your decorations and for your ephemera and stuff. I like to put mine on a cardstock, and I just take some glue stick, and all I'm doing here is I am just making it just be, you know, kind of make it so it stays in place. This is not a permanent way to glue your images down for sure. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting them to stay in place so that I can stitch around them. And I'm leaving a bit of a border so that I can, so that when I cut them out, there's going to be a little bit of the cardstock border all the way around. So let me just put this guy down here, and I will go and I'm going to stitch around them. Now you could totally glue these down more permanently, with, and of course I would iron them first, but you can glue them down more permanently with fabric glue or glitter glue, and then you can go over with a fine pen and you can make little dashes to make it look like it is stitched, so you don't necessarily have to have a machine. So let me go and stitch around these real fast. And these are all sewn around, and I cut them from here. I cut them out and leave whatever border I think I like, but these are with just a vanilla cream colored cardstock, and this is with a darker cardstock. And of course, the darker your cardstock is, it will change the image a little bit. It'll, you know, darken it up slightly, but sometimes that's really attractive, depending what you're doing. But anyways, that's what these little guys turn out being. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to decorate a tag with one of these, just to kind of have fun with it. I did want to say that I am going to be offering these in my shop mounted on little cardstock like this. I'm going to sell them in case this is something you would be interested in using in your you know, collages. And they are very fun, and you know, it has, not only does it have a texture, but you can see the texture in real life. I don't know how well this does come up on the camera, but they are fun, actually. So let's get a tag and let's get started with doing a little bit of that. All right, I take my little tag and got some collage paper that I printed out, and we'll just glue this together. And I just remembered where these images came from, because I've been working with the Graphics Fairy, and but these particular images I'm doing comes from Far Mirage, and I will list down below a link to that shop to show where those came from. And we'll just do this, get a background. I love working with collage papers because it gives you a really instant background. And I'm going to just put this on here, like so. Yeah, it gives you an instant background that saves you time in creating one. Although, you know, created ones look really nice too. But the nice thing about these prints, like all botanical prints, they are by themselves a great centerpiece. You don't really need to add a whole lot to them. They actually look quite nice by themselves. So I think I'm going to be putting this one down. And yeah, you don't need a whole lot. I'm just going to use a little bit of cheesecloth to put this in the background. And it looks like I'm going to be needing to do some more tea staining with cheesecloth. So we'll just put this in the background like so. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope spring is in the air for you. At least some parts of the country it might be. Maybe not in the most northern regions, but hopefully it is starting to make the air might be just a little different, changing a little bit. I know all the birds around here are super busy. Seems like every bird has a piece of branch or a little leaf in their mouth as they go around building their nests. Yeah, I have a wreath on my front door, and it's got a lot of, you know, not real florals, but it's got all kinds of leaves and flowers and stuff on it, and it's quite bulky. And last year I kept hearing this little knock at my door, and I kept running out going like, what what's going on? And I'd go out there and be nobody there. And I thought, you know, or some of the kids in the neighborhood playing a trick on me or whatever, you know, sometimes kids do that for fun. And I thought, well, next time I'm just going to look out my little peeper window, where little, you know, a little thing in the door so I can see outside. And it was a bird. It was a bird. She was just so excited, and I looked at my wreath, and there was like this little nest starting on the inside. And she was a busy girl. So I says, well, we're going to have to put a stop to this. This is not a place for, you won't really be happy in the end to have a nest here on the front door. So I had to take it down for the season. So I've been watching it just to see if some other little bird might get all excited about it. And so I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to put a little definition. Botanies, to study plants, to examine the vegetable kingdom, to search for plants with a view to observe and analyze them. These are nature quotes, or not quotes, nature definitions from Musings by Nikki. That's where I got these little natures. There's a lot of woodland definitions too, trees and forests and ferns. Don't know the name of the kit exactly. It might even be woodland definitions. So here we go with a cute little tag. And really the star of the show is that little piece of ephemera, floral ephemera up there. And we're all finished. You can add what you would like to it. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And I hope if this is the first time you've seen this, that you will consider subscribing. I'm sorry that I'm a little not quite as energetic because I am still in recovery, but anyways, it's only going to get better, right? So thanks a lot, and we will talk to you later in just a few more days. Bye!